Kid, if you want to make it in this city, you got to know people. You got to have connections. And one day, I'm going to own this city. This is me, Spencer. I already got a little spot carved out, but I'm looking to expand. But how we do that? We got to do that corner by corner. You can see here, I got quite a few corners. Now, what we have is our starting position. We got our legal business here in the front, and we got the illegal business with the homebrew in the back. Because you see, this is prohibition. Liquor is illegal. You're not supposed to be selling this, but I'm selling this, and so are a lot of other people. And we're looking to make a whole lot of money. So, we need our homebrew. We got to get Crocs, which we have, and we need malt syrup, which we don't have. So we got to get some. So we can come over here to our handy dandy overlays and find out who's got some malt syrup. Well, we got a couple of sellers that we can get malt syrup from. So, we got our boy here, Melvin, already set up on a delivery route. And he's good at a delivery route because he's got the right personality trait for it. Agile, good behind the wheel, also good in a fight. Unfortunately, he's tall and attracts a lot of heat. And he's myopic. Don't want to give him a firearm, but he's probably okay with a knife. Anyway, we got this here delivery set up, and we can have a look, right? So we got Melvin coming over here to pick up the malt syrup, because this is where we can get some. And then he comes back over to the safe house and delivers that malt syrup so we can keep making our home brew. It's that simple. All you got to do is set up the right route. But make sure, we're right on the edge, make sure you're not buying malt syrup or any other ingredient inside of a rival's territory. They're not going to take kindly to my outfit coming into their outfit's turf. So you got to be careful. Now, you can see I've built up corner after corner. Let's take a look at this one right here. We got somebody that we can potentially hire at this corner. So let's talk to him and see about what he's got for me. Here we go. Looking to hire someone from my crew. Tell me more. We got Gaia. Friendly. Agile. Ugly. Ugly ones make good enforcers. Agile, good behind the wheel. Friendly, not such a great gangster trait, but we could probably use her. So I'll take her. Now, this is a favor. As you talk to businesses and do things for them, sell them products, they will owe you favors. You can cash in those favors with things like this. They know a guy, or a girl in this situation, they know a girl and she can help me out. So I'll use a favor. New crew member has joined my outfit. Nice. So now, Gaia here needs a car, because she can't get around with no car, so you just assign her whatever a vehicle is available. Now she's got a car. Now she hasn't upgraded too much, so she only has 5 movement points. So the thing about movement is, it's the most important thing in my opinion. So the most corners that she can move is 5. And if she happens to move, say, in this area right here, see how this is blurred out? We don't know what's over there. It takes more movement points in order to reveal what's going on in this grayed out area. But for now, I think we can send her over to this corner right here. And we got a front set up. Now, a front is something that you absolutely need in order to expand your business. Fronts are places that are going to look out for you. They're very trusted businesses. And once you continue to do more business with them and take care of them, you might be able to open up your own backroom operation in that area. How's the front doing? And we can collect payment here. You owe me 40 bucks? I'll take the 40 bucks. And you can see we also got a mission here to collect some barrels and some bricks. Now this will put us on our way to opening up a backroom operation in this area. You can see that with this little icon here. Front is ready to expand your territory to a nearby corner. So we're getting this prepped, and it's kind of looking like we might be able to expand into this corner. You can see I don't have this just yet, but I've been working with these businesses to see what they got. Unfortunately, I can't buy hops or ice. I don't need either one of those things. But this is how you do it. Corner by corner, help out these businesses, do whatever you can. I already know I recruited that new member. Now, the other thing that you can do with favors, let me go back to that. You got a few different options. You can have this person put in a good word for you to somebody else. Or there are some troublemakers around, and I'll get to that in a minute. You can have them put in a good word for you with them and improve your relationship with the troublemakers. Or maybe you're looking for a piece. Maybe you need a gun, maybe you need a knife, whatever. Somebody might be able to help you with that. For now, since we want to see about these troublemakers, who can you get me in with? The Thompson crew. Tell me more about them. They're right over here. A good word would be appreciated, because they can put in a good word for me and improve my standing with them. So since we did that, let's come on over here and have a little talk with them. See if we can work things out. Know you do business around these parts. Got anything for me? So we can kind of talk to them here a little bit. Why, yes, I do. What would you say to some neutral alcohol? This is a gift from me to my friends, and I insist you take it. Don't mind if I do. And so now we can kind of start talking to them. And actually, if we go back here, they owe me a favor, don't they? They can put in a good word with somebody else. Now, this is very important. Like I said, you gotta have the right connections. Now, this girl here, Ellen, she is connected. You see all these connections she's got? She can put in a good word with any of these people. So if there's somebody in particular that I want to target, I can do that. You can even get good with police officers. But for right now, we're still trying to work these two corners. I'm sorry, this corner into our territory. So we want to put in a good word with Melvin. Now, I've been selling illegal moonshine, excuse me again, illegal beer to Melvin. So we can have Ellen put in a good word with Melvin and improve my standing with him. We can come over here, see what Melvin's up to, and my relationship is definitely improving. It's now up to 35. He wants a quick chat also. He wants malt syrup and stoneware Crocs. Easy. I can do that, no problem. Because guess what? Remember those Crocs I mentioned before? We got plenty of them in here. So we can get whatever amount that he needs. I think he said he wanted 20 of them. So we'll just take 20. Unfortunately, I don't have enough malt syrup to go around. But I can bring this over here. And so if you want to get anything delivered anywhere, you've got to have somebody physically do it. And that's the same with if you've got a business that's under your protection and is paying you. You've got to send somebody over there to physically get the money. Now, I want to see who else has malt syrup. Sometimes you're not always going to be able to do business with every business. So this is important. You can't just walk into this business cold and try to talk to them. This is why the connections are important. And actually what you can do is you can press this button right here and see who this guy has connections with. And are they anybody that I know? Now I know this guy. And I know this guy. And they both owe me favors. So I could probably talk to them and have them put in a good word with Gerald here. And then maybe I can talk to Gerald. This is wrong, actually. The thing that I failed to realize is that this area is already controlled by this rival crew. So no matter how much trust I gain with this business, they're not going to talk to me because another crew controls this corner. So I failed to see that as I was playing. I'll send you back to the video and cut ahead because I end up messing around trying to get this to work. It does not work. It doesn't. Now, we still need to find some of that malt syrup. You're not going to talk to me, but I might be able to get some over here. So let's move on over to that corner and see if we can get some. Because on this mission list right here, hopping to it, I've got to get some more malt syrup. I need 5. I already got the stoneware Crocs. I really want to get this mission done so I can open up another front potentially. So what do you got? You do have malt syrup. You have a lot of malt syrup. So I will actually take everything that I can carry and I'll bring this back over to here. Now we can drop off some of these. I believe I need 5 malt syrups to bring over to you. I believe. No, not you. Who is it that needs the malt syrup? It's you. It's one it's one corner over that I need to go to. You need the malt syrup. And 5, just as I thought. Alright. Now, we got a couple of options here. So the first attempt didn't go so well, but I think I know what went wrong. If you can get some more malt syrup, I think the second time will produce much better results. So we're trying to set up a business here. I can go and get some more malt syrup for him. Or cut it off here and say, you know what? I'll just take some homemade beer off you, and that's fine. But we're going to keep going. We're going to get some more malt syrup for him and get this going. And drop this off. And you also need 250. I got the cash. Tragedy. Our little yeasty friends went into overdrive last night and made a lot of gas. And the Crocs, well, they sort of exploded. Ooh. I guess we gotta start rebuilding. That's alright. We can rebuild. Alright. So here, you need more malt syrup, stoneware Crocs, and lumber. I do believe, yes, there's some right over here. I've been here before. So this should be no problem. Alright. Now, sorry for the delay. Okay. Got it. It all came back this time, and I was able to get a lot more homebrew out of this batch. Also, while I was talking about this with a friend, I learned something else that might interest you. So, we can learn malt making, which would actually be very helpful because this business over here needs malt. If I know how to make it myself, then I can give myself the supplies. Or I can gain a skill, much more malt. I don't know what that means. And a whole lot of homemade beer Crocs. Or just a bunch of homemade beer Crocs. I'm going to say, let's do malt making. Because then I can make my own supply of malt, and I don't gotta worry about it. And I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so I wanted to mention a few other things that I failed to really get to as I was going off the cuff earlier, because there are some things that you need to be aware of, like these info overlays. Heat is very important, because if you're doing a lot of illegal business in a particular area, that's going to generate heat. And if you generate too much heat, the cops might come in and do a raid and bust one of your businesses. Now, as far as I'm aware, that doesn't close down the business, but you lose everything. Anything that was produced there, any money that was on that building, it's all gone. So it's not good to be attracting too much heat. You can also, as I mentioned before with respect, you can see how much respect you have. The darker green areas means you're more respected. These lighter green areas means you're not quite as respected in those areas. So if I want to take this corner or this corner, I've got work to do to earn those people's respect. Now, another thing that I briefly mentioned earlier, I believe, was ethnicity. So if we zoom out here and you look at this list, there's a whole bunch of different ethnicities that are present in this game. My ethnicity for my character is American. So you can see all the businesses that have American ethnicity business owners. If I talk to these people, I'm going to have an instant bonus to how much they respect me, because I'm American, they're American, and they have respect for me. Same with if you're Czech and you show up, say, to this building, this person will immediately have slightly more respect for you because you're Czech, I'm Czech, so you get a bonus. The other thing I wanted to mention is deliveries, which I don't believe I mentioned earlier. So Malvin, I have set up so that he can go and drive down here to this business and pick up malt syrup, and then deliver it over to here to one of my safe houses, and where I'm running an illegal. I'm making homebrew beer. I need that malt syrup, so you can set up these deliveries so that these things can happen automatically, and you're not having to do everything by yourself. And by that I mean you're not having to move characters individually and do everything yourself. So you can kind of automate this. Something else I wanted to briefly mention are these resource overlays. So if you're looking for some place, I've got my homemade beer. If I'm looking for some place to sell it, I can bring up the overlay and go, oh, all right, there are these places that I can sell homemade beer. And you can see there's several right here. I have control of this corner, so I can sell them homemade beer, and that's good for my respect with them. But I don't have control of this corner or this corner. But these businesses are on these corners. So if I do business here, and if I do business here, selling the that's not the right business, selling the homemade beer here, I can gain more and more respect and trust with this business owner, and then eventually I can take control of that corner. Once you take control of the corner and you're doing even more business with them, it might get to the point where you get a front and then you get a back room in one of their businesses and can make homemade beer or moonshine, or I believe there's wine. Yeah, there's wine, there's rum, there's hard cider, and anything you want. And this list will expand. Like earlier in as I was playing, not in this video, but as I was playing this campaign through the game, spiced rum and whatever this is was not on this list. So as you move around the city and discover more areas, you will find that there are more illegal alcohols that you can produce. So I just wanted to briefly look at the overlays there. A couple other things at the top here. This will show you money. This is your cargo vehicles, which are trucks which hold more material than passenger vehicles, which can't store much in there. You also have your crew capacity and the number of corners that you control. And as well, you also have this reports dialog. Skills are important as well. We can look at our crew skills here. You can see that I know how to do applejacking. I can do cider making, homebrew, moonshine, and a couple of other things here. If you don't have the skills somewhere in your crew to open a particular business or do a certain thing, you can't do it. You can also see learnable skills to see who can teach you different things. Like I can learn brick wind from Melvin. Beverly can teach me garage construction. Max could teach me malt making. So people will teach you skills, again, if they trust you, if they respect you, which is why having connections with people and so is important. And actually, I can look at my own connections here, and I believe here it is. Now, there's going to be a lot of connections here, and it might take a minute for this to come up, but look at this. Tons of potential connections that I have to people all across the city. Not over here because I haven't been here before, but I've been around and I've got a lot of connections. The more connections you have, the better you're going to be able to run your business. Now, I won't take up any more of your time. This is City of Gangsters. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and also subscribe if you are interested in seeing more indie game videos. I also stream on Twitch. will leave the link below. I am live on Thursday, Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Saturdays I'm also live around the same time, if not a little bit earlier in the evening. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next time.